What's going on, friends? Cooper here, coming at you today, and I want to talk about some sourcing tips at Burlington. I just got done shopping at Burlington not too long ago, and I just wanted to go over a few tips that can help you sourcing when you hit the nearest Burlington near you. So let's get right into it, starting with tip number one. You probably know this, or some of you may know this, but not all of you may know this, because I did not know this for a few months, and it's now way better to me, is when you're looking up items, I'm specifically talking about shoes, looking up the different NPN codes or the ID codes, the numbers that you can look, or you can use to look them up on eBay, such as looking at a Nike code. When you look at their tag, they have that 6-digit number followed by the 3-digit number. You type that in on eBay, it'll pull up that exact shoe. And if you didn't know, for Nike, the first 3 digits or the first 6 digits are, let me put this down so I can see better. The first 6 digits on the Nike tag is the model of the shoe, and then the last 3 digits on the Nike tag is the color of the shoe, which is a bonus tip. But at Burlington, they put that number on the price tag, so you don't have to go digging inside the shoe, under the tongue, deep inside the heel. Because in my past, I've been having my phone in one hand, wanting to look up the shoe, and then I'm like trying to dig in a cleat or something, or a high top shoe, trying to find that number, and it's really hard. When the whole time I could have been just looking on the top of the tag, it has that number right there. I wish I knew that months ago. Now I know it. It makes it way easier to look up shoes. So moving into tip number 2, if you come across a profitable item or items, and it happens to be, meaty margins, and there's a lot of them there. For example, I just came up on probably like 5 to 6 to 7 pairs of cleats that were really good, really profitable, had a high sell-through rate at one of these Burlingtons. If you find something like that, I would highly, highly, highly recommend going to all the other Burlingtons and seeing if they have that item, because chances are they might have that same item. Doesn't happen all the time. For example, those cleats, there were just 6 or 7 of them at this Burlington. I scooped them all up. I ran to the other Burlingtons. They didn't have them. But in the past, when I've bought profitable shoes, I've gone to the other Burlingtons and I found them there. So if you find something, it doesn't have to be shoes, it can be shirts or whatever else. If you find something that's super profitable and it's totally worth your time, go check out the other Burlingtons and see if you can scoop them up there as well, before everybody else does. Tip number 3, if a shoe has any scuffs on it, or dirt marks, or there's some kind of tiny imperfection, or for example the cleats or the track shoes, a lot of the times they'll be missing those little bags with the spikes in them, or they'll be missing the carrying bag, don't hesitate to ask the cashier for a discount. I do this all the time, and more often than not they'll give you a discount, anywhere from 20% to 50%, sometimes 10%, but usually anywhere from 20 to 50%. Sometimes they have to call their manager over and ask about it, or somebody else. So if there's a long line and only one cashier, you might not want to do it. Pass on it and wait for another day when no one's there. And also, I want to do it at the same store over and over and over, because then you become that guy or girl, and you don't want to become that guy or girl. That's annoying. You want to develop a good relationship with the manager there or whatnot. So, but if you find a good shoe, or you want to save some money on it, and there's a little scuff you think you can get off, or some mark on it, ask for a discount. More often than not, they want to sell it and get rid of it, so they'll help you out there. Moving on to tip number 4, don't get discouraged when you go in to Burlington and you don't find anything. This happens all the time. It's the name of the game. More often than not, I feel like I don't find anything than when I do find something. But you got to keep going, you got to keep looking, and eventually you'll come across the mother load, something that makes it worth it. A bunch of cleats priced amazing that you can flip. It's just a numbers game. You got to go as many times as possible. Eventually you'll come up on that score that makes it worth it. And this kind of leads into tip number 5. Don't look up every single thing in the store. You'll be there forever. The name of the game is getting in and out as quickly as possible, in my opinion. when you're first starting out, if you got a ton of time, go ahead, look up everything, or just look up the things you think is valuable just so you can learn. You'll start to see a lot of the same stuff over and over and over. And then in your mind, you'll remember what's worth stuff. You'll remember what prices you want to buy things at, kind of what you want your margins to be, etc. And then once you get used to it, you can start going to the stores and just scan everything with your eyeballs. And then if you see something you have a question with, or you know it's going to be something worth looking up, stick it in your cart. And then when you go through everything, look up everything at the end quickly, make a determination there, and then either put it back and get out, or buy it and get out. Because a lot of the times you're not going to find a lot of stuff. You don't want to be wasting a lot of time looking up every single thing. You should be able to tell with your eyes what's good quality, what's good price. Look at the MSRPs. A good rule to go by is, if it has a super high MSRP, it's probably got some value to it. So if the price is way less than the MSRP, it's probably worth looking up. Usually when you're selling stuff online, you sell it for, the going rate is usually, not always, but usually about half the MSRP. So that gives you good indication of what you think you might be able to sell it for. So you definitely want to get it for way less than the MSRP, way less than half of the MSRP, in my opinion. So that's all the tips I have right now, shopping at Burlington. If you found any value in this video, go ahead and give it a like. Share it with your friends that could get value with this video. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I'd love to answer them in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.